Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Monday evening. Hope we all had a good day. Obviously, it's been a decent day as a Spurs fan. Obviously, the lovely news this morning of Archie Gray signing is always very, very nice. But obviously, there is still more to do this transfer window. We're just on the back of France fluking their way through. And I didn't think it was possible to find a team that could play just as much of rubbish, boring football as England. But France are definitely rivaling England. Obviously, Portugal coming up next. So we'll make sure to get this thing done early so everyone can get off and enjoy the game. But we're going to talk about some contract extension reports. We're going to be talking about the Ramsey and Gallagher updates that came out today that we didn't really get a chance to speak about. We're going to talk about more of an interactive way between myself and all of you guys as to maybe who's next. And obviously, you guys can get involved with that. And yeah, we'll just sort of go from there. Obviously, I think we're all sort of still waiting to see what happens in terms of do we get a viewing of Archie Gray in a Spurs shirt, but we'll see about that. Anyway, I just want to say, though, if you're watching this and you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. Evening, Van Gogh, mate. I believe there'll be another sign by the end of this week. Someone is over Copa America, Euros, etc. Ramsey, all sort of players interesting. Oscar, how are you, mate? Need England out of the Euros. I want there's a sign now. Damn. Evening, Spurs. Not Taribo West, definitely not. Archie Gray, here we go. Absolutely. Evening, Dan. Big up, Joshua, mate. How are you? Jude, what about Jude? Evening, James. How are you, mate? I'm all right, though. I'm all right. I'm good. I'm waiting for Mr. M to show his face. We'll wait for him to show his face, but I'm waiting for him. Evening, Oscar. Evening, Liam. How are you? How you feeling, Liam? You all right? So happy we got a signing in already. Well, it just makes everyone a little bit more settled down, I guess, the new son, doesn't it? The amount of hate Archie's getting online is crazy. People are already talking about Prem Improvement like Ange wanted. Honestly, you can never make everyone happy. That's the way transfers always are. And like I said, if this is who Ange wants, then I'll always want them, regardless of how I feel. You know, if he wanted Adrien Rabiot, then I would want Adrien Rabiot. Now, I hope he doesn't, because I don't want him. But you get my point. Got a roast dinner tonight. Roast. What is the roast? You got to tell me. Don't just leave me on the hook like that. I'm glad you're feeling a bit better. I'm good as well, Liam. And hey, Tom, how are you, mate? You right? Right. Let's jump in first and foremost. I think I've got it on my phone actually. Hang on. To the Heung-Min Son report. So Team Talk said that Tottenham had to activate option in Son's contract, but potential sale in the summer of 2025. Tottenham will trigger a 1-year option to tie Heung-Min Son to the club until 2026. The report has suggested a crippling sale could now be on the agenda in 2025. Now, I'm not gonna worry about 2025 right now. It's a ways away. Yeah, it says you all you need that a right back is player of the match. I've just seen his player of the match for the France game. By the way, France are so boring to watch. I'm glad I don't have to watch that. But look, with Sonny, Sonny is still a top player. I think people kind of go, yeah, but he was rubbish last season. 25 goal contributions might tell you something otherwise. But it is interesting, he would have 2 years left in his contract if the option is taken up, because obviously the summer of 2026 is when his contract will expire. Then Spurs have a situation on their hands next summer with Heung-Min Son going to last deal of his contract. What happens? Do you sell him? Do you extend him? No, I think he gets extended regardless of the option. I think maybe they pick up the option and maybe they give him an extra 2 years, an extra 1 or 2 years. So then that way he's tied down for another 3 more years. And then I think in a couple of years' time, then maybe you look to move him on. I think we know there is that situation, but let's be honest. We are a better team with Son in the team, and that's a given. That's a fact. We cannot be losing this player in a year's time because we're still too good for to be losing him. Archie is silky in all action. He's good, mate, in the hype. He's good. Just finished watching Leeds fans on Just Show Football, and they're upset their best prospect in decades is gone and still can't comprehend he's gone. Joshua, I was speaking in the first video today, and there were some Leeds fans that sort of came in and was like, look, he's a great player. We're gutted we're losing him. And I sort of said it's a shame the season ended the way it did, because had they gone up, they probably wouldn't need to sell Archie Gray. But had they, the fact they haven't, it kind of forces their hand a little bit. He didn't want to leave. Leeds don't want to sell him, but things have to happen sometimes. He's done a great thing in terms, he raised good money for Leeds. He's helped them out, but it's a shame for him. For us, obviously, it's great, but I get why they're upset. I really do. I said it's like us having Harry Kane, us finishing like fifth, losing out on Champions League football, and then having to sell Harry Kane because of it. We'd be gutted. So I feel for them. I believe we'll get Jimenez. Well, let's see. Baffling to me that some people want to sell Son now. Oscar, it's a cruel, crazy world out there, mate, isn't it? 2 more years of Son, please. Absolutely. France are boring, but they are hard to beat. Well, I'm looking forward to how they deal with Portugal with the amount of attacking options that they have. Plus, Portugal can defend. So obviously Portugal up next, aren't they? They're playing in 54 minutes against Slovenia. So we'll see how they go. I'm not too excited about the Jimenez idea, but that's only because of Mexican-American rivalries. With Shroomsy, you just got an agenda, mate. Love the channel, mate. Looking forward to the rest of the stream. Coys, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, obviously like and subscribe if you haven't already. Very much appreciate that. Hope Son stays with us for 3 more years. He's got to stay a little bit longer. What's up, Barney? Where's the Kool-Aid? Well, if you're talking about summer fruit squash, it's right here, mate. It's right here. I'm still waiting for Mr. M to join because some of us went out and we may have held up our end of the bargain. It's not open, as you can tell. I'm waiting to him to join so I can then open it. Tony 55 million, SA 60 million, Yusuf Fofana 25 million, 140 million. I think Spurs won't touch a Tony if he's that expensive, but we're going to come to the interactive chat about who we think is next shortly. Don't worry. Hey, Darren, mate, how are you? I'm getting more to the side of David signing now. Looks better. Let's just see. Let's just see, indeed, mate. Son has become a brand of Tottenham. He's different. He brings a different audience to the team. There's no world where we let him go in a financial point of view. Well, exactly. Levy is my favorite ball person in the world. It's KA Day. It is KA Day, yeah. And that's the best flavor, is it, Joshua? Well, the shop at the top of the road had this one only, so it was this one or nothing. Son will play till 40 to win us that Champions League, and we're here for it. Son should just stay with us forever like Modric does with Madrid. How are you, Annie? And everyone in the chat, did I miss much? Milton, you haven't missed loads, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're looking forward to a good day. I think Emerson gets sold this week. Gray has joined. We'll come into that in a minute, mate. Oh, what the hell? He actually got it. I did. Look, Mr. M had made a big point of it. I said I would do it when we sign our first player. We're signing our first player. I've got it there. I'm not going to crack it and open and spray it like champagne, though. What are you doing for dinner tonight, Andy? I'm having roast pork. Roast pork, nice. I had a lovely pasta and meatballs. Class. He's finally putting the Kool-Aid lean. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, Dreamsy. Hoping this historic day for the club with Lucas and Archie coming in. Absolutely. First of many important days. Anyway, let's move on to Conor Gallagher. So I talked about this earlier, but I wanted to talk about it in a bit more detail. So Dan Kilpatrick said that Tottenham Hotspur's interest in Conor Gallagher is expected to cool now that yesterday's 30th of June financial deadline has passed. Though the England international remains in the final year of his contract, which means a bid is not completely off the table. And I think that's fair to say. I think no bid for him is off the table at the moment, just purely because he's got 1 year left on his contract. In as much as Chelsea may have got themselves out of financial fair play danger for this past football season, they're still on the hook for all these signings that they've made. So they may need to sell more and more players. Yes, they may sell the Broziers, they may sell the Chalobahs of the world, but that won't be enough. They need to sell even more. So I think we're going to be hearing more about Gallagher. And to be honest, the day that he either signs a new contract, he proclaims that he's staying, he doesn't care, or he gets sold, would be a great day for all of us, and we can move on from it. Supian or Van de Ven? Well, Supian, unfortunately, scored an own goal to let France go through. Do you think Brentford will sell for 45-50? I think, well, let's wait and see. They don't hold the leverage that... I don't think they hold as much leverage as everyone thinks. Tony's not signing a new deal. Tony wants to leave. They've got a year left of his contract. They don't have a ton of power in the situation. We should keep Son until he retires and offer him some coaching or advisory. Well, they'd make him an ambassador, I'd think. I'm feeling a Portugal upset tonight. Can see Savina winning and CR7 tears. Nah, Madzi, I think Portugal do. I'd rather have Ramsey, but injuries kind of scare me. Oh, yeah. Let's move on for the chicken chaser. Yeah, Darren's not the biggest fan. Hey, Jason, how are you, mate? You're right. They've already signed a new striker as well. That's the other thing. Teams know they need to sell. Tony looked like a good target man for his cameo. So he did. He was impactful yesterday. He was impactful. I mean, he got an assist. You know, that's always something. So moving on to Jakob Ramsey, again, Dan Kilpatrick said that any Tottenham move for Jakob Ramsey is likely to be contingent on Aston Villa accepting Giovanni Celso in a part exchange as part of the deal. Now, look, I will be honest. Ange may like these guys. So I'm going to be like, do you know what? If Ange wants him, Ange wants him. But I don't want it to get to a point where it's like 35 million plus Lo Celso for Ramsey. That feels like we're getting kind of beaten over a barrel there. If it was 25 and Lo Celso, then I can maybe sort of get on board with that. But, you know, even though it helps Villa in an FFP regard, obviously they have moved off Douglas Luiz. They don't want to be shifting off too many players, you know? So this one, I think, maybe drags on a little bit longer now. With the fact he's not at an international tournament this summer, that, you know, could potentially aid the situation. Obviously, new financial year as well. I expect Spurs to be quite hot on this market this month. So, again, that is something you take into account. If we sign Tony, we'd be bullying Brentford, seeing that we hijacked Archie Gray from them. Yeah, it would be a bit of a double punch, wouldn't it? If no team pays 55 million for Tony, I think they'll let him go 45 million near the end of the window. Yeah, maybe. Would 100% take Ramsey. Have warmed up to him a lot. Well, Manzi, it's a good thing, mate. That is a good thing. Andy, what should I eat for my dinner while I watch Bedcore do my country in? Well, it depends, mate, dude. I don't know what your diet's like. Are you a meat eater? Are you a veggie? Are you a vegan? Like, what are you, dude? I don't want to suggest something that you're like, don't do that, mate. Would you rather spend 40, 50 million on Ramsey or 20 million on Edwards to kind of sort out the homegrown issue? I don't know, mate, actually. Because they're so different players, it's difficult to answer. We'll just tell Brennan Johnson from Brentford, they may have no choice, but they'll be definitely be giving Tony to us. I've got no beef with Brentford. It's, you know, if they have beef for us, yes, that's them. Villa almost spent 90 million already. I don't know what else they're going to do, but they surely spending. Well, yeah, they want to spend to try and make sure they are always a Europa League, Champions League club. I think David joins because he's cheap. However, Eze will be the statement signing. I think Eze will be the statement signing. Andy, I need your advice. Should I watch USA Uruguay despite the kickoff being 5 a.m. or should I leave it? Well, dude, what have you got much on tomorrow? You got a lot to do? Like, if you've not got a lot to do, then if you want to wake up at sort of 4:45, 4:50 to watch it, go for it, dude. I won't tell you to watch it, do your life. But one thing I would say is sleep is invaluable, mate. And you can always watch the highlights. Don't open up your phone and go on Instagram and things like that. Just watch the highlights. You can call me crazy or optimistic, but I believe our team this season can give a beating to Barcelona and Bayern, but Bayern we will see during the preseason. I don't think we'll see a very good preseason teams in terms of like their top ability, you know? Not they've spent well, in my opinion. Matson, Illing Jr., Dobbin, Barrenshire. Yeah, they've signed a lot of players already. I mean, it's good, you know, rotational pieces, you know. Streamsy reckons you should leave it. Don't forget the English tax where Ramsey's concerned. He's young as well. All pushes the price up just like Gray, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Spot on. Tottenham predicted lineup. For what, Solomon? Big up, Clement, mate. How are you? Mainly because I have an agenda. Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. Even in all, late to the party, never late, Sonia. You're always on time. Think Villa only has spent something like 15 million net though. Yeah, because they always weird youngsters, haven't they? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about all that sort of stuff. I try and steer clear, to be honest. It makes no sense to me. It all looks a bit fishy. By the way, this is not Spurs related. I've just seen that apparently Florian Plettenberg reckons that Man United are trying to hijack the Elise transfer. He's literally going to be going to Bayern Munich and then Man United are going to steal him. Poor man. I feel for him. Right. So let's talk about sort of going forwards. Going forward, what do we think is going to happen? Let's have a chat about that. I think let's get interactive with this. Hey, Tony, mate, how are you? USA versus Uruguay will be a brilliant game. You still need to win. Uruguay flying just now. Bielsa ball is cooking. It's fairly annoying watching the France game. The commentator will not shut about that Arsenal player. What, Saliba? There's no other Arsenal players in the French team. I think it's Saliba you're talking about. Yeah, let's talk. Right, let's do a poll for this first bit so we can talk about it. What position is next? So let's go. And this is who you think. We did it earlier, but I want to get another shout on it. What position you think is going to be next for Spurs to add to? Okay. Right. It's broad sort of pick. So just pick one of them, all right, before you go, oh, I think it's going to be this sort of midfielder. Just say midfielder, all right? Don't be like that. We signed Eze, David, and sell Danjuma or Richie. We've not got Danjuma, Riley. We've not got Danjuma, and we won't sell Richie. We'd add a striker to Richie. Upamecano was the better defender tonight. Top performance. I think France were rubbish, and I think Portugal in third gear would beat France because they play 3 CDMs. I was watching Tchouaméni, Kante, and Rabiot. I was like, this is some of the worst football I've watched. It was so boring. For the sheer volume of talent that they have, France should be playing some sexy football, and they just don't. And then, by the way, Mbappe has been awful this tournament. I'll say it now. Broken nose or not, shooting is all over the place. Yo, guess who's back? Sorry, I was gone. Forgot to come on my birthday. Hey, Pachosi. Everyone in the chat. Pachosi. You see him, right? Give Pachosi a little happy birthday. It's his birthday. Shout him out, Pachosi. Seljan Jimmy, yeah. Striker. Jonathan David, in my opinion. Think we might get a Nana with Belgium. Well, that's something that we can talk about in a second. Are we going to sign DM, guys? Where do you think Gray will play? Between centre mid and right back. I haven't watched this season. I was busy a lot. That's okay, Riley. It's all good. This is where a good place that you can learn. How about Nico Williams? I like him. I don't see him coming to Spurs. Sheer volume of interest in him and the wages. I watched the game with Azerbaijani commentary. Nobody really bothers about which club the player is there. So it's nice watching the game with no bias. Nice. I really hope it's a winger next, but if it's Eze, we may be waiting a bit longer, which I don't mind. Okay, good. Well, do you know what, Pachosi? Even though it was your birthday a couple of days ago, you still get a happy birthday, mate. What if we do a surprise signing for Osimhen? He does want to play in the Prem, and Chelsea did back out. Can't see it. They want over 100 million. Spurs aren't spending half a budget on one player. So let's have a look at the poll. So what people seem to think striker is next, and then it's centre mid, it's second, but a distant second. Let's end the poll there. Right. Let's talk about striker. Okay. So obviously Tony's on that list of players that Spurs have been linked to. Homegrown, but the fact he's in the Euros means, look, it's still going to be a little while. You've got a situation then where Solanke's on that list. Okay, well, he's not at the Euros, so it could be a bit quicker, but he's also going to cost probably about 20 million more. Spurs, I don't think, are going to do that. Gyökeres, even more money. Don't think Spurs are spending that kind of money on one player with the fact that they need so many other positions still. Not at the Euros. Obviously, that might speed up. You got Joshua Zirkzee. That deal seems to have gone a bit quiet, but he is also at the Euros. I thought he was off to AC Milan or Man United. His agent also wants 12.5 million. I don't think we're going to do that. You've got obviously Jimenez at the at international football for Mexico at the moment. Again, that will be delayed. So you can still see the way we're going at the moment. If they're at international football, don't expect them to come in anytime soon unless they're getting knocked out. Okay. Yeah, I don't see Bakayoko KVN, mate. So that's the thing that I was thinking about with striker. When we look at midfielders, let's say midfielders, we've been linked to quite a few. Matt's Weaver we've been linked to, but I've got a feeling that it might be Brighton who are going to get him. You've been linked to Youssouf Fofana, where he's with France. Next time, let's have a quick look, actually. Let me just bring up the European fixtures so we can aid our point here. Euro fixtures, here we go. So you've got France are playing on Friday. Wow, England have got quite a bit of rest going into their next game. You know, we played yesterday. We don't play again to the 6th. France played today, and then they play a day before us. So look, France, it's minimum Friday before anything happens with Youssouf Fofana, right? Because obviously he's with France. You've got Amadou Onana. They've just been knocked out of the Euros. You probably want to spend a bit of time going on holiday. That's something you can keep an eye on. Edison, with Brazil at international football at the moment, again, that's going to be a delay. So you can sort of see what I'm going with there, right? I say Ezra David is first, depending on who exits from their competition. Mexico knocked out, though, right? They just got knocked out. Well, there you go. Jimenez could be an option, but will Spurs want to just wait a few more weeks to get their guy? You know? Anyone else think we shouldn't be listening to as Richie at all? Striker isn't as needed as the like. Well, no, I think Striker is needed, Petrossi. I think Striker is needed, as well as Richie staying. Good evening, ladies and gents. Hope all is well. Well, Kulu Elusive's right foot. It's better that you're here now, mate. Hope you're all right. Hope you're okay. For me, I'll continue Sonny's contract until his retirement. Tottenham's son has so many great memories for us. So how can we be too cruel? Desires he should. Yeah, don't worry about Alanim. We want him to stay, and we hope he gets another contract. Because I find it amazing how there are loads of fans who think we'll sign loads of players while the Euros and Copa is on. Well, I think things will start to speed up now as teams getting knocked out, I would say. We need 2 reliable strikers, maybe a youth prospect for rotation. Well, I would say, yeah. You have Richie, you sign another, and then either Scarlett, Lancashire, or Parrott would be the extra. Because I think Valise is out on loan. I say we give Richie at least one more season. Him in December looks so promising. Yeah, I think he stays. I think he stays. Can you do a poll for who you think we get our striker options? Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Zane, remind me in about 5 minutes. Is that all right? Remind me and I'll do it. Sonny's getting to your contract session. Don't worry. Hello, sorry I'm late. Les, mate, you're 21 minutes in, lad. Where you been? Richie, when fit is neat. Oh, is he neat? Is he? Van Gogh. Oh, he's neat. Just like swimming is neat. So Van Gogh's going to get angry about that. So you see what I mean? You know, when we think of defenders, you know, I saw that Chelsea have now been linked to Calafiori by Romano. So again, that's something now you're going to have to pay attention to. I think with Calafiori as well, him being out of the Euros, that will now start. It's that knock-on effect. Not playing international football. Yeah, you might go on holiday, but who the hell cares? Your agent can still go and do stuff, you know? So that's something that we will be looking at as well. Canada plays Venezuela close to me on Friday. Should I go scout Jonathan David? Well, Luke, you need to help us out, mate. You go and do that, and then you feed it back here, and I'll be like, look, I've got a scouting report. I'd love Tony at the club. Tony, I think, has won a few people over with his cameo yesterday. He definitely won a few people over. Now, so when I think about, you know, Spurs needing a centre-back still, needing at least a midfielder, I think an Eze you can throw in there, and an attacker. Yeah, obviously you might mix and match as to, you know, players in certain positions. So I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, will Spurs, and this is me speaking aloud, and by all means chime in with your thoughts of ears about this, but will Spurs kind of look at some players and kind of go, look, we're going to be another couple of weeks for them. Are we even sure we can get them? Like, for example, Edison. We really like him, but can we get him? But Amadou Onana's just left the Euros. They've just been dumped out. Could that be a situation where we go and get him because we know we can get him? You see the wheels in my head going around there. Spurs new sponsors bet MGM. Is this our Tony announcement? Absolutely not. Xavi Simons joining Bayern. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just saw that. Son should definitely stay as left wing. He will be playing as left wing. I do when he's playing a hard line. Yeah, he will be. Sonny will be a left wing and hopefully get a new striker option. Get a proper fox in the box striker. We put enough opportunities in there. We need to supply the guy, you know, and get the guy to then sort out all of that. So let's discuss. I tell you what, let's discuss. I'm confused. That's weird. Let's discuss the midfielder situation. Okay, so yeah, we talked about Ramsey and Gallagher. We've been linked to Weaver. We were linked to Edison, Fofana, Onana. Who else been linked to? What would you say it's those guys so far? How you know, by all means, in your own comment, I won't put this as a poll. In your own comment, who do you think we get from that? So you've got Onana, you got Fofana, Edison, Gallagher, Ramsey, and Weaver. Who do you guys think from that 6-player list that we we have a chance of getting, or who you think we definitely will get. Let me know. Someone's at left wing, but can rotate Eze and Werner at left wing and playing Arsenal or someone the song around behind. Yeah, we want options. Eze's needs, Tottenham's needs 2 by 5 of these players: Eze, Calafiore, Tapsoba, Ivan, Tony, Gudmundsson, Kubo. Don't see Gudmundsson, Kubo, or Tapsoba, mate. And Nana, Ramsey, the cheapest option. Fair enough, game. Right, I'm going to crack this KA when we start. Mr. M's not here. He's bottled it. But I'm going to crack this and see what all the hype is. And by the way, if this is rubbish, whoever likes it outside, we're going to scrap, all right? I don't like the colour of that. That's very, very pink. Purpley pink. Sorry, the state of that. What is that? Oh, I'm already worried I'm not going to like this. I'm too old. I'm too old for these sort of drinks. I'm 28. I think we get Churmany. Absolutely not. Honestly, Calafiore, Eze, and Tony with the likes of Anana seems the best option. Eze plays the left wing, so should we go for a winger next season, in my opinion? Well, look, Calafiore, Eze, Tony, and Nana, we're talking big money signings there. I think if we drop the high line a couple of meters, helps us out a lot, opening the field and not being vulnerable, reducing the goal difference. Camago, I just think it's if you have a better attack who's a bit more fluid, you get a lot less counter attacks. And you've got a lot less work to do. Rate it out of 10. I will. Beware, it's sweet. Oh, God, I bet it is. I prefer Edison, but I think we'll get Ramsey with GLC going the other way. Yeah, I think that's a fair shout. It's proper sweet. Oh, God. I don't think we'll get Eze, especially having Timo with him still being in the Euros. Let's wait and see. It's too addicting. You need to get out of that summer fruit squash first. The real stuff's here, mate. It's the real good stuff's here. I think we should get Anana, but does anyone know what's happened to Everton in terms of PSR? Everton still need to sell due to their wage situation. Poll. Striker options. Yeah, Zane. Sorry, striker options, isn't it? Let's do that before I do my KA thing. So let's do this one. And don't tell me who you want. It's who you think we're going to get. Actually. Right. Striker options. Tell me who you think we're going to get. All right. And we'll sort of go from there. Fana seems like the right option right now, although I'd go and see if you could get Edison since the Koopmeiners deal hasn't been completed yet. Well, that's the thing. The Koopmeiners deal, I thought was going to happen. But does Douglas Luiz maybe slow down that? By the way, why do we want Ramsey? He's a 10-8. We still need a 10-8, mate. We still need that. Don't succumb to peer pressure. No, I won't. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. And buy when do Everton need to sell? Well, it's a new financial fair play year now. So from now on, they'll need to sell a bit more. Oh, no, he's lagging. Give over. We need another 6. I can see us getting in Tony. Okay, right. Whilst we're doing that, we're gonna rate this purple thing. This looks... Do you know what? It looks even worse when you look inside the glass. Oh, here we go. It's just a bit meh. 6 out of 10, maybe. I'm actually not impressed by that. That's a bit of a shame. How much? Is there much sugar in this? 13.5 grams of sugar. Good Lord. 54 calories and 13.5 grams of sugar. Good Lord. Oh, that looks like blood to be fake. It really does, doesn't it? Like, look at that. Where can I get it? Like, you look at that. Look how dark that is. You can't really see it. The worst thing is you can't even see it from the inside. It just looks naff. It does look. Do you know what? It tastes better than it looks, but it doesn't taste amazing. Andy knows he'll like it. Well, you just heard what I said. It'll put hairs in your chest, lad. Well, my mum and dad said that used to be the crust of a bread. Jimenez has had a little bit of stink at the end of the season at Copa America, so maybe get him less than 30, 40 million range. Well, that's the thing. His performances, he's not going to up his price, is it? I think it's fake, but apparently Rashford wants to go. I don't know enough about that, Riley. I think you need that. I need ice with KA. Probably do. It probably would help. What do you think of Fofana that we've recently been linked with as at a 6? Well, Arsenal, I've talked about him a lot. He is a solid player. He's a reasonably priced player, somewhere between 25 and 30 million. He's a French international. He's with the French squad right now at the Euros. I like him. In fact, it'll put hairs on the hairs of his chest. Oh. Yeah, man, them UK drinks something else. You can keep that. And that's coming from an American, by the way. That's how bad it is. My guy's going to become a ginger vampire. I'm not that ginger. It's not been sunny, so I can actually say, because it's not been sunny, I'm not that ginger. How about that? And if you drank the real KA, you'd have liked it. I don't want to drink. If that's not the real KA, mate, I'm not going to go near the real thing. Look, watch this. Look at that. Look at that. The E numbers are crazy in that. Welcome to Spurs. Welcome to Inside Spurs. If you knew, by the way, we seem to review drinks that I've been peer pressured into buying. No to Rashford. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding him. Yeah, but yeah, Onana is iffy on the ball. He's been solid. He's been solid at the Euros. But it's purple. That is a lovely color. Where you go? Where is it? That's a lovely color. It's a nice light color. Is KA an alcoholic drink? No, it's not. It's just a fizzy, you'll see, it's a black grape fizzy drink. A taste of the Caribbean. Sparkling black grape. That looks like blood. That needs insulin. Yeah, no, that's not good. Dude, Shroomsy, do you know what? I wish it was Venom, because Venom is my favorite character in all superhero universes. Venom's my guy. I love Venom. He's my literally of all the characters, he is my favorite. Ramsey, 100% good stream. That drink is nice. Different flavors. Yeah, I might have to at some point try a different flavor, but I'm not impressed by this one. I'll have another go in a minute. I've had one sip. I'll have another go in a minute. Maybe I've let it out of its cage, and maybe it's better after a couple of minutes. Brahim, Kuba, and Eze, who better for us if we can sign anyone? Give me Eze. Samir, give me Eze. Anana is super calm on the ball. I thought he was decent for Belgium. KA not the same anymore. What was it like before? Me personally, I think we'll get David to Tony. That's why I voted the others. Okay. But if you think you're getting Tony, then surely you just put Tony in there. Well, Tony won, right? Tony won. So let's do another quick poll. This is for striker. Who you think we're going to get? Ivan Toney or Jonathan Davids? Let me know what you think. Hi, I did say K way too sweet. Yeah, I'm not. If that first sip was anything like the others, I might be pouring that away. We should have got Mbappe. Yeah, after watching his finishing, it wouldn't be that nice, but it would be nice, eh? Our Andy, Adam is Venom is my favorite anti-hero. Yeah, Venom's the best. He is the best, and I don't want to hear anything otherwise. David O'Tony, David for me, Van Gogh says. To be honest, this game he was up against France, so I'm tripping. I haven't watched him enough, so it's best ice cold. To be fair about Santiago not performing well at the Copa America after watching the games, it seems like his help is kind of trash. No one's really feeding him good passes or better passes from him. Don't leave if he wants to get 2 more profits for the club. He needs to. Alanim, I'm really struggling here, dude. You're missing a lot of vowels out of your words. I'm struggling to work out what you are saying, mate. Sorry. I think we're getting David. No, Daniel Levy. Well, we have a betting sponsor now, so we're 100% getting Tony. Brutal. We need to get Kvaratskhelia from Napoli. Yeah, he's not getting him, James. There seems to be a split in the fan base about the Gray signing. I love the signing. I talked about him earlier on my stream. I loved the signing. I think it's a great signing. I'm more of a Carnage type of guy instead of course you are, Shroomsy. You're such an agenda-based person. Always got to go for the less popular option. The disrespect on Loki is mad. The best anti-hero. I'm not saying he's not the best. I'm just saying he's my favorite. Venom. There's a lot more to Venom's world. Also, Marvel's depiction of Thor really annoys me. But that's because I like Nordic mythology. So it annoys me that they depict Thor like that because Thor looks nothing like that. So Thor is a bit of a, bad guy. I was going to say something quite stronger, but I don't want to get demonetized. He's a bad dude. Is there any news on Eze? Not right now, Zane, no. Who's KK? Who's that? Am I being blind there? Negativity fans will always remain negative if their selected chance target turn out to do well. They'll just move on to the next player or transfer target to bully. Well, look at Brennan Johnson. Look, he may not be everyone's cup of tea, but people that slag him off left, right, and centre, he's also 22. Just how about you support players? David is probably a better choice than Jimenez, not just because he's cheaper, but because he's done it in the Copa as in his league. Oh, interesting. Angie's voice is stunning. I want to marry him. Riley knows what she likes. Kvara is amazing, but Napoli won't sell him for anything less than 80 million. They won't sell him for even less. They would get more for that. Nobody ragdolls Venom, though. Loki is edgy, and girls see Tom Hiddleston and lose their marbles. Well, Tom Hardy's Venom. Dr. Doom is best anti-hero. No, if buts are made. He is good, to be fair. I'll give you that. Also, Silver Surfer. You could throw Silver Surfer in there. But also, they make Fantastic Four movies awful. My favorite character, Superman and the Hulk. You like the strong ones then? That's actually so true, Andy. I stopped liking a couple of fictional characters because everyone liked them too much. Awful. Thor and the God of War Ragnarok is goated. That is a goated game, Ruby. I completed that game in 3 days. I played 12 hours a day of it. I'm obsessed with God of War. We should give Kulu and some change to Kvara. Some change, Kyrie. Some change. Jesus. Jimenez reminds me of a young Kane. His intelligence, hold-up play, link-up passing, and movement. If he has supply and chances, he will score goals. Interesting. If fans like David or Jimenez, I'll be really happy. But if we get Tony, I think neither of the guys is good enough. Tony, I see as a last resort type of guy if nobody else works out. Whoa, the fruit punch is better. Well, they only had the black grape in up the road, and I couldn't be bothered to go to the supermarket. We need to push the boat out to buy the whole Spain team. They look good. Cost a few quid. Silver Surfer is a bad man. Well, he's a bad man, but then has his moments where he's all right. My favorite Marvel character is Abraxas. Of course, it is Van Gogh. Look at me. I've just Googled Marvel characters that people don't know about. Yeah, right. And Thor and God of War Ragnarok is good representation of Thor. Yeah, a bad dude. Looks like a bit of a strong man, powerlifting strong man, brown hair, beard, tattoos. Not Chris Hemsworth. Looks nothing like Chris Hemsworth. All right, guys, let's get to the bottom line. How do we sell Brennan Johnson? We're not going to. I think Valiz will be Richie's backup. No, I think Valiz will go out on loan. So it looks like people reckon Tony over David. Interesting. Kyrie's out there again. Yeah, we're waiting for the time. Right, let's have a quick another go at this. Oh, it's just the aftertaste. Grape in drinks aftertaste is awful. No, that drink's not for me, lads. Mr. M, if you're watching this, I've tried, mate. It's not for me. Back to the good stuff. So that's the good stuff. It's hard to clear out that aftertaste of that KA is awful. Brennan will cook. Hopefully, I'm giving a thumbs up. Apparently, Brennan will cook. Hopefully, so yeah. What do you guys think about signing Edwards as a right winger? Well, look, I don't hate the idea, but he's not going to be one of the main options. I don't think. Can you stop drinking werewolf blood, Andy? I played Skyrim once. I can't do it. I'm a werewolf guy. I'm not the vampire on Skyrim. Had to get my Brennan Johnson comment in. It's like a tick, isn't it? I believe if Lee shows good performances the preseason, he will stay. Well, that means Parrott will be gone and Scarlett will go on loan. And Lancashire, I reckon. I was watching some highlights from Connor Chapman, Ipswich Town Cam, second striker, left-footed, looks pretty decent. Well, we'll see him in the Prem, won't we? How many goals assists to get Kyrie to profess how great Johnson is? He's probably going to need more than that, DS. In Norse mythology, Thor is a tubby ginger, not a hero or anti-hero, just a bit rank. Well, he's a bad guy, really. He's a murderer. Can't believe there's so many fans elsewhere moaning about signing Gray. It's mental. Well, do you know what? I don't mind if Gray isn't everyone's cup of tea. Not every player is going to be someone's cup of tea. But I'm glad in this channel and in this community, we're a bit switched on. We're not reactionary. We take time to understand things. We take time to discuss things, and then we form a solid opinion. I like Archgate. I like the signing. Simple as that. Right. So I'm just not ignoring you. I'm just going to go have a look at the Portugal team because I want to know who's playing. Diogo Costa, Diaz, Pepe, Mendes, Cancelo, Vitinha, Paulinho, Silva, Fernandez, Leao, and Ronaldo. That's a good little team, isn't it? That's a bloody good team. And their team looks the same as what they played against England. Yeah. What do we reckon then, lads? I know it's not Spurs related. What do we reckon about the French game? Are they going to do? What's the score in the French game? Let's have a look. Tell me the score in the French game. Academy players need a loan. Valish should go on loan if it's actually good. Not like the AFC one time. Well, look, they're talking about Oxford and Donnelly at the moment, but we'll see about that. Does Valish stay out on loan? Goes out on loan. Never seen Gray. Is he ready for the Premier League? He's a very talented player, mate. You'll see him in the preseason. You're like, because I talked about, by the way, in the previous live stream, maybe some watch alongs for the preseason games because a lot of people were saying yes to that. Which, by the way, if you guys are keen, let me know in the comments so I can see that. But yeah, we might do some watch alongs for preseason. We'll talk about the new players, talk about the youth as well. Might be a good one. Johnson step up. Time for Ronaldo to ghost again. I reckon he scores. I suppose people are not happy with the Gray signing. Yeah, there's a lot of them, Kyrie. Oh no, the petrol station don't give you the real K. I think it's poison. Oh no. Well, you got me coughing now. I'm excited for Brennan Johnson next season. I think it's exploit. Maybe. France won. They did. Prune juice. France 1-0. Sorry, I'm not talking about France. I'm talking about Portugal. I'm thinking 2-0 Portugal. Sorry, lads. Not France. I meant Portugal. I was in my own little world. What do we think the Portugal game's going to be? Sorry. Not with it. I saw the own goal. Kala Moane rebounds it like off his foot or into the floor, off of Vertonghen over the keeper. Gray signing made my day. Feel some fans are negative on purpose. Well, a lot of them just want to get more clicks and likes for their tweets and videos and stuff. Worried about me. Don't do that, mate. You're opening a can of worms. You're worried about me. Yeah, don't worry, lads. I'll get it. But yeah, Portugal, I'm going 2-0 Portugal personally. I think Bernardo Silva is going to be running the shop today. But I think 2-0. I think Cancelo gets a goal for some reason. Cancelo and Ronaldo. I'm really hoping for a shock Slovenia win. Why is that? I want Portugal to play France next round. 3 on Portugal, 3 on Portugal. Would you rather buy a Nana now or right for Fofana? To be honest, it depends on price. It depends on price because if it's only a few million in between it, I'll take a Nana. But if a Nana is going to be like 50, 60, give me Fofana. Gray is similar to Busquets. That is a reach, Kyrie. I can't lie, my dude. With Martinez and Deschamps in charge of Portugal, France will be a proper mid-off, to be honest. True. But then, is Slovenia going to really be anything that better? Silver goal, fair enough. Just about to go watch Portugal game here in Lisbon. Will be great atmosphere. We'll enjoy it, Martin. See you later, Ales, mate. France have never lost a game in a major tournament when Kante has played. 19 games. France going on to win it. Nah, not at all, Oscar. Romania going to do him in the final. Oh, France win the Euros. We've got a better chance against Slovenia than Portugal. Fofana over Onana for me. Gray is just what we are looking for at fullback position. Like he fits in perfectly with the requirements. Exactly. In terms of movement, they're very efficient. Eze has an aura. Oh, interesting. He's an aura. But yeah, you guys are quite keen for sort of pre-season watch-alongs, aren't you? Everyone in the last sort of video are pretty keen. Let me know if you are, because we'll definitely do them if people are this pre-season. We'll definitely do some watch-alongs. I think our next sign is a striker. We've already talked about Darren. God. Yeah, looking at it, yeah, let me know about the pre-season watch-alongs. Give you a heads up of what's tomorrow. Obviously, 12 o'clock tomorrow, we'll be doing the live stream. And obviously 7 o'clock doing live streams. Obviously, still got plenty of football still to go on this week. Obviously, we'll probably do more of a chat about what's next in terms of players leaving, if I'm honest. We'll talk about players leaving and go through a bit of a list, get you guys' views on that. We'll do that tomorrow for 12 o'clock. So I think that'll be a nice little video, as well as any other news that comes out, to be honest. I'm going 3 on Portugal. I reckon Ronaldo scores 1. Bernardo scores 1. Leao, I think Sesko scored for Slovenia. Fair enough. Donley's probably a good fit for second striker. I think timeout on long. Why not? Yes, to watch along, please, and watch alongs. Yeah, okay. So I think preseason games. We'll do some watch alongs. Definitely, I think people will be quite keen for. Do you think we'll get one or two statement signs? At least one, dude. At least one. Daniel Levy, if you want Spurs game more profits for the club, he must sacrifice and spend big to buy versatile players to get us trophies, won huge prizes. To be honest, mate, it's all about top four. If you get top four, he makes his money. Yes, some watch along that. We'll definitely do it then. Fafana, based on the stats I've seen, looks to be pretty good going forward. Generally pushing the ball forward. 96% of progressive passes was the stat that caught my eye the most. Arsene knows his stuff. Eze, David, and another centre mid. And no, I'm not telling you the outgoings how much you would rate the window. I love it that he knows that I'd ask for the outgoings. Not as highly as you think, dude, because I need a centre mid. It's not centre mid. I need a centre back. Because if you're signing Gray, Eze, David, and a centre mid, I still need one more. Almost 2.6 subs to get him up. Yeah, we're quite close to 2,600 subs. Subscribe if you're new. Obviously, by the way, in the description below, I will also put it in the chat, is the second channel. Please subscribe to that. We'll be doing more and more stuff over there in next week. Gaming, gym stuff, football watch-alongs. We'll even do watch-alongs for some of the Euro games as well on there. I hope we find a way to sell Basuma. Someone's got to stump up the money, Kyrie, mate. We're not selling him cheap. I don't know who to put on at centre-back, though. Well, you could always say Calafiori, and because we're talking hypothetical. Say Calafiori, and I'll be happy. I think Buongiorno looks like he's going to Napoli. Do you think we'll still get a DM? Well, we'll definitely get a centre mid, but we'll see. Calafiori for me will go to Juve. Well, let's see. They can't afford him at the moment, and if teams are really hot on him, Italy are out of the Euros. You might want to start acting soon. I've just seen Kylian Mbappe getting Larry to Vertonghen, so that's nice. He's literally been the worst player on the pitch, but okay, fair enough. Eze 68 million, David around 25 million, Ramsey around 35 million. I think Ramsey's going to be more than that, dude. I think he's going to be more than that. I think David will be a little bit more than that as well, but I see where you're going from. Right. I'm obviously going to let you all go now because obviously it's 12 minutes to kick off. Enjoy the Portugal-Slovenia game. Obviously, we'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock, talk more for Spurs, talk more football. Definitely talk about the outs in terms of that one. Obviously, this one was more about the ins. We'll talk about outs in the next video. This is probably very unrealistic, but I think we need Eze and Williams. Yeah, quite unrealistic, Oscar, mate. Ramsey 30 plus. Yeah. The perfect time to spend a bit on the squad. If Levy doesn't free up the cash now, we'll never catch up. Well, I hope he does. Spurs get Calafiori, and then Spurs have the best 4 centre-back roster in the league. I'd agree. But yes, thank you all for joining me. Obviously, subscribe if you are new. Enjoy the football. I will see you all for 12 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. Thanks, Milton, mate. Nah, no comments. No, definitely not. Anyway, enjoy it, and I'll see you all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.